Hey there everybody, it is Moscow Moon here bringing you the first ever Pokemon video on my gaming channel, which I am really excited about. So if you're new, please click that subscribe button and stay with me. Now, I had an animated intro at the very beginning of the video. Don't worry, that won't be at the beginning of every single part. Merely at the very beginning of the very first part and at the very end of the very last part, if that makes any sense at all. For those of you who do not know me, I am a vlogger over on the channel Louise Scottish Lass, which I will have links to in my profile of this gaming channel. But if you're here for the games and the fun, you're about to get some, because I'm going to be doing my first ever Wonderlocke, Pokemon X Wonderlocke recorded challenge. I have done Wonderlocks and Nuzlocks and things before, but always in the privacy of like my own bedroom, so that if I fail, nobody knows. But this is going to be completely documented and of course going up online, which is terrifying to say the least. This is also going to be a sort of basic introduction to see how all the recording equipment and everything handles, and get your personal feedback prior to me playing the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon, which will be coming out at November this year, which I still need to get days off work for. Now guys, this is a Wonderlocke challenge. All the rules of the Wonderlocke challenge will be in the video description below, so please make sure you have a little read through them. I will talk about some of the rules as we go through, because some rules have been changed and modified depending on sort of version of the Wonderlocke challenge that you play. So I'm also going to say this is like my 15th time playing through this blinking game, so I will not be reading out any of the information and not be reading out any of what the characters are saying. Instead I'll be giving you like a generic rundown as we go through the video. However, if you guys would rather I done voices and characters and this, that and the next thing, if you enjoy that kind of thing, place a comment below and I will see what I can do. So he's showing us a little Pokemon here just now, and there's a picture. There's a picture of Pokemon. I remember when I first played this game, guys, I was beside myself with excitement turning this on, and I'm sure I was playing it with my friend Jenny as well, and we had such a blast playing this. So, one of the first very important decisions you're going to be making in this game is, of course, your gender. I don't mind playing as either or. I do believe that the male gets much better, like, clothing. I just think the clothing on the female is just, like, diabolical, and that purse, what even is that? Like, at least he gets this cool satchel kind of thing. But alas, I am gonna stick to the girl. I'm gonna go with the fair skin, because literally if you turn the light on too fast, it's gonna burn me. That's how fair skinned I am, you know, consider I'm Scottish. Not got the strawberry blonde hair like Ichigo from Bleach, but I do have very pale skin. Going to keep this nice and simple, guys. Going to name my character what I name my character every single blinking time, and he's going to release me into the world of Pokemon, which we're excited about. I am drinking a cup of tea at the same time, guys, so I do apologise if you hear me slipping in the background. So it's Moscow then, did I get it right? You totally did. Yes, that is me. I do have brown eyes though, but I will change that later as the game progresses. So, a couple of things about my videos, guys, is when I'm watching Wonderlocks and Nuzlocks and any kind of Pokemon video, I like to play through it at the same time as the person who's playing it. Because of that reason, I will not be skipping anything, I will not be speeding anything up. But what I will do is, if I need to grind any of my Pokemon throughout this series, I will do that in separate videos, so you can have the chance to skip those parts if you don't want to watch me sitting trying to train up a level 3 whatever. How rude! Blinking thing just bloody tackled me. I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake! I forget that the girl starts with DS in her hand, but the boy doesn't. Like, does she just sleep with a Pikachu DS in her hand? Like, is that how she fell asleep? It's not even like a book, she should be studying. She's about to leave on a Pokemon journey and she can't even read. There we go. So that's us now changed into our clothing. Yay! And an wee cheeky sip of tea. And, oh, I'm so British, aren't I? Yes, Scottish people are British. We're classed as British, although we sometimes do prefer to be called Scottish. But we do like tea. We do like our tea. Okay, so she's telling us, you know, bugger off, essentially. That's essentially what she said. So let's do just that, and let's go outside where we're going to meet two of our friends. Oh, look, it's nighttime. Is it? Wait a minute, what is it? What time have I got it set in my game? I swear to God it's only like 3:45 here. It should not be dark. I think I've got my game settings all weirded out with time. Okay, so here we go. These are the first two sort of interactions that you'll have. Yes, okay, next turn over. Just give me my darn Pokemon. So guys, I'll go through some of the rules of the Wonderlocke challenge then. Essentially, if you get gifted a Pokemon, you must instantly trade it out. The only exception being the first Pokemon you get, because you need to make sure that any Pokemon you get after that is not like a level 1. So you'll keep your first Pokemon until you get your second, and then you'll trade that one away, and you'll use your first Pokemon to make sure that your second Pokemon gets up to level, because you tend to find a lot of stuff in the Wonder Trade is like level 1, because people have been breeding stuff. Okay, cool, so this guy's just telling us, you know, we're getting an introduction to all our friends just now before we get our blinking Pokemon. Lady M, blah blah blah. You want me to nickname someone I just met? You people are on spot like this. Okay, so he's gonna try and name me Mkins. Do you know what? I don't like any of them, so how about you just call me Master, because that's what my name should be, is your Master. So just stick to calling me that, thank you very much. I've already decided on my first Pokemon. If there's anybody out there that is going to be doing a Wonderlocke challenge at the same time as me, I am going to be giving out a 4K. So 4K was the very first Pokemon I ever got when I played this game, and this game totally blew me away. It's definitely one of my favourites. Beside the very, very first ever gen, this is probably like my second favourite. And the first gen only takes the title because the nostalgia. I was like in primary 4, I think I was like 7 or 8 years old when I first played that game. It was so good. Give my Pokemon a nickname? Of course I will. I'm going to shamelessly self-promote here. You know, just because I can. And that's so I'm just going to pop it up, called Moscow Moon. I'm going to need to change my stats to Wonderlocking as well, so people know that if I give them something really crap, it isn't because I wanted to, it's because it was literally the first thing I ran into. Rules of the Wonderlocke, guys, is the first Pokemon you run into in the wild is, of course, you must catch it. If you faint it, then your chances of catching a Pokemon or having a Pokemon encounter for that area are gone. The exception to that is the very first Pokemon you run into, which is a Pidgey. That does not count because it's automatic, and also the Snorlax that we encountered as well, because that's also a forced encounter. So they do not count towards this game. So I can feint them or run from them or whatever. Okay, so we should have our first Pokemon battle here now. And we're going to win because the Pokemon start off knowing their type moves. You know, Froakie starts off with Bubble and Fairy-Kid starts off with Ember. Which never usually happens in the other Pokemon games. Usually you have to, like... usually you have to blink and level your Pokemon up something terrible to get any kind of moves like that. I do believe in, like, Gen 1 you had to get, like... I don't know, like, Squirtle up to level, like... 12 or something before you learned Bubble. I can't remember, but it was like really ridiculously leveled. But we get the luxury of starting off with these moves, and because she has the type that you're strong against, it's a pretty damn easy battle. So there we go. So it's going to use that, and it's not going to be effective, and I'm going to slurp my tea, so you guys are going to hear that shit. I better watch my language with this YouTube censorship stuff, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, well, enjoy hearing me slurp as I play my game with one eye on the screen. So good. If there's any games you guys want to recommend as well, let me know in the comments below. This will be taking up my primary focus because I do love Pokemon and I like to play things that I love. But I know that a lot of you on my blinking other channel have questioned me about scary games, and I hate scary games. Plus, in all honesty, I'd want to get a really decent webcam because scary games are only fun if you get to see the person's reaction. And right now, I don't have a webcam good enough to really record my reaction at the same time as me playing the games. So, yeah. As for video length, guys, these videos are going to be about... these videos are going to be about 15 to 20 minutes in length, depending on how things go. So for this first part is probably going to be a bit longer because by the time I actually get to the point of being able to wonder trade something, it's going to be quite far in the video already. So this is us just telling your mum that we're actually going to go off by ourselves, a little 10-year-old, which is just insane. She really just called that a love letter. Wow, what lovely handwriting. Oh my goodness me. Please mum, keep it in your pants, thank you. Okay. Pre-warn, my video content will probably not be suitable for children, so if you're like under the age of 16 in the UK and under the age of 18 anywhere else, you'll probably want to like click away from this video. We Scottish are very crude, and things will slip out from time to time. I do know how to use a town map. Yeah, I've been using them every generation game ever since Pokemon Blinking came out. Okay, woman. Right. Oh, here comes Rhyhorn to say goodbye. Yes, 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 yes. Rawr, 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 rawr. Very cute. A card. Blah, blah, blah. Yay, big send off. Yay, 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 yay. I always pictured Rhyhorns to be like much bigger than that in my head. Like just from the anime, I'm pretty sure in the anime they were much bigger than that, unless that's just like a young Rhyhorn. Well, she said since you were born, so you must be about 10 years old. How long do Rhyhorns live to? Just seems very, very strange. Anyway, if we come over here, guys, there is a place to be able to buy pokeballs right at the beginning of the game. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to grab some, because you can never have too many right at the beginning. And you've got another shop across from here that sells potions. Now, the rules of the Nuzlocke state that I am not able to use potions. Speaking of which, I'll need to change my settings. I'm going to put that up to fast. We are not allowed to switch out in battle. No, that's wrong. Where it comes up with the option of do you want to switch Pokemon, we're not allowed that one, but we are allowed to switch Pokemon in battle. We are not allowed to use heal items in the battle either, but we can use heal items outside of the battle, which is why I'm going to buy some anyway, just so that if I'm out in the woods and things happen, I've got some extra stock sitting there. God, I can't speak today. What's going on? Okay, so we should head to the grass now, and then what's going to happen is we're going to run into our first Pokemon, which is a Pidgey. Like I said, that does not count towards our encounter for that route. We are going to feint it and move on, or run from it, whatever tickles my fancy. I'll probably just run, to be honest, because I'm feeling very lethargic and very lazy today. There it is. Look at its little face. Nostalgia of that. Look at that. So cute. Okay, well, I'm just going to take my leave of you. You are not worth my time. And then we are going to go and see these two who are going to teach me how to catch a Pokemon, which in all honesty I find very insulting because I have been playing Pokemon since before these guys were even created. In all honesty, if they're 10 years old, I have been playing Pokemon way before these guys were even conceived. So, like, this just is incredibly insulting to me that they're showing me how to catch a Pokemon. I know how to catch a Pokemon. But anyway, we're just going to sit through this because we have to. It'd be so cool in future games if they gave you the option to be able to just bypass this. And can I just say that tackle should not have done that much damage. It's a fletchling. It isn't like it's some kind of big massive tank of a Pokemon. I get that it was level 2, but that shouldn't have done that much damage. 50 Pokeballs! Holy shit, I never noticed that before. He has 50. What a greedy bastard. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, click. There it goes, yeah. It'd be so funny if the game just trolled you and it popped out and was like, haha, you lose, you don't actually know how to catch Pokemon. Step aside, let her show you how it's done. And then I come strutting in and I'm like, yo bitches, check this out. I am too white to say that line. Okay, seriously, Shauna, did you forget? Blah blah blah, it's Pokeball, yes. Pokemon are kept in Pokeballs. It's the whole thing about Pokemon. Excellent, thank you very much for the Pokeballs. We will use that to catch the first Pokemon of this route, which we will hopefully not mess up. And then we should be able to Wonder Trade, which I'm really excited about, and we'll get our first member of our team. I will be giving them nicknames, even although you can't technically give a traded Pokemon nickname. I'm going to give it a nickname on the video, so when you guys see it popping up on screen, and it is a Zigzagoon, I feel so sorry to the person who gets this. I'm going to name it, I'm sorry. At least it's level 4. Anyway, I'm going to leave the name beside the Pokemon as and when we get it. Just because, yeah. Right, okay, so let's just catch this little git. See, my bubble barely done any damage, and yet his tackle, like, managed to, like, bring it down to, like, yellow health. Oh, shit. Okay, let's leave it there. And let's catch this little sucker. And then we will give him the I'm sorry nickname. We will state in my profile that we are Wonderlocking, and then we will trade this little guy off because I feel so bad that it's a Zigzagoon. There's literally too many of them floating about on Wonder Trade as it is, and I'm about to add another one to the mix. I am so sorry, person who gets this. But if it makes you feel better, at least you appear on the video. Okay. So Zigzagoon. I'm just going to name it. I'm sorry because, yeah, it's, I'm so, no, so, that's not quite fit. I'll just name it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And yes, I know I didn't put a apostrophe in the I'm. I don't care. Okay. So let's just quickly go to our profile just now because I want everybody to know that I'm wonderlocking. So if I send them something really stupid, that's why. Okay. Wonderlocking done. There we go. Now everybody will know why I'm sending them a rubbish Pokemon. Okay. And let's see what our first Pokemon is. Okay, connect to the internet. Yes. Okay. So we're keeping Froakie because we need to keep him in case this first Pokemon that we get is level 1. We'll need Froakie to help train that Pokemon up to about level 5, and then we will trade Froakie away as well. So this will take a moment. There we go. Oh, has been obtained. Yes. Would you like to save the game? I just saved the game. Yes, save it again, and let's connect to the internet. Successfully connected. Okay. So, let's go and do the Wonder Trade. Oh, I'm so nervous. Please give me something good, please. You tend to find the Japanese give really good Pokemon. Hopefully I get like somebody from Japan. That'd be great. Oh, come on. I'm so sorry it's a Zigzagoon person. Please forgive me. Okay, so we are allowed Pokemon up to the level of 14 because that is the first gym's Pokemon is level 14. So we can't go beyond that level. So hopefully whatever we get is less than level 14. Nice to meet you. United States, Texas. Okay. Come on, man. Fez, you are representing the whole of Texas here. Give me something good, man. Please. You know, I hold the Texans in such high regards because they mean a lot to me, and I will take that. Thank you very much. That is very cute. Very weak little Pokemon, but thank you regardless. Okay, so the first Pokemon on our team is a Pichu. Not very good for Wonderlocking because our defense is so completely atrocious, but I will take it nonetheless. Now, I do not think that it will be too high a level. I can imagine that it's only going to be like level 1. Yes, level 1, there it is. Let's take a look at this little guy. Charm, Fake Out, Encore, Volt Tackle. Wow, this thing has been proper bred. Quirky. Ooh, nice. Okay. Wow, Volt Tackle. Wow. Damages the user quite a lot. This may leave a target with paralysis. If it damages the user, I don't really want to use it, but Fake Out is pretty useful. So thank you very much. It is a good start to our team. I need to come up with a naming theme for the Pokemon. Okay, let's what is that I'm obsessed with just now? Well, I'm obsessed with Bleach. So Pikachu or Pichu, what we call you after a Bleach character. What Bleach character can we name you after? Let's go with Chad because it's the complete opposite sort of name of what I would expect Pichu to have. So let's call the Pichu Chad. Okay. Now, okay guys, so that's going to be enough for this this part 1. In part 2, I am going to be training up Pichu, or Chad, sorry, and we are going to trade him off. Trade off our Froakie to see what else we get. So stay tuned and I will catch you on the next episode.